So now that we have figured out areas for rectangles, parallelograms, triangles, and trapezoids, we're going to find the area of composite figures. So a composite figure is a polygon that is made up of more than one regular polygon. So for example, this here looks like it's, like two rectangles kind of put together. So that's called a composite figure. So to find the area of a composite figure, split the figure into regular polygons. Make sure you're writing this with me. Regular polygons that we have area formulas for. Find the area of each individual shape and add them to find the total area. Always put a 2 over the label for area. Okay, so we're using all the general formulas that we know to find the area for composite figures. So on the side here, I'm going to put rectangle, and I'm going to do length times width, parallelogram, and that one is base times height, triangle, which is base times height divided by 2, and trapezoid, which you did the other day, which is base plus base times the height, all divided by 2. So these are the area formulas that we actually have, and we need to use these to find the area of a composite figure. And important here, I put in stars, there are multiple ways to cut the figure. So for this one, for example, I'm going to draw a line here and split this into 2 rectangles. Now I need to find the area of the individual ones. And this is where it's kind of like a puzzle, and you'll see what I mean when I start doing this one. So I'm going to find the area for the bottom one first. It's a rectangle. The formula is length times width. So I have a length of 4. I have a width of 5. So 4 times 5 is 20. So that is the area of my big rectangle. Now I have to find the area of the small one. Here's where it gets tricky. I can't say 3 times 8 because this 8 is the entire length from the top to the bottom. I only want from here to here. So what I have to do is I have to look at this rectangle and see that this is from here to here is 4. That means from here to here on this side is also 4. Because it's a rectangle, opposite sides are equal. If from here to here is 4, then from here to here also must be 4 because the total has to add up to 8. These are not drawn to scale. Obviously, that doesn't make sense because this is way bigger than this, but the numbers that they have works out that way. So just keep in mind that these are not drawn to scale. So this little piece is 4 because this piece here is 4. And the reason why this is 4 again is because it's the opposite side of a rectangle and this side is 4. So now I can do 4 times 3 is 12 centimeters squared. Now if I want to find the area of this entire figure, I add the 2 numbers together. So 20 plus 12, 32 centimeters squared. So that would be the area of our composite figure. Okay? I could have also done this another way, so I'm going to redraw on the bottom just to show you that there are multiple ways to do problems like this. So let's see. I'm going to put the numbers the same. So 5, 4, 3, and 8. I could have also drawn a line down here and split it this way. If I did that, I would have done 8 times 3. This time it is the entire distance. I would have got 24. Then I have to figure out this missing piece here. If this entire thing is 5, and from here to here is 3, because it's the opposite side of a rectangle, then this has to be 2, because 3 plus 2 gives me the entire distance of 5. Now I can do 4 times 2 is 8. Add these 2 together, I still get 32. So again, I just wanted to show you that there are multiple ways to do the same problem. You could split it differently and still get the same answer. Okay, so I'm going to have you flip over your paper. I'm going to do one. I'm going to see if you can figure out the next one. So it says find the area of the purple figure. So obviously this was not printed in color, but we can pretend this is purple. So I need to come up with a way to cut this so that I have 2 shapes. Or sometimes it's more than 2 shapes. If I draw a line here, I have a rectangle and I have a trapezoid. Rectangle is length times width. Trapezoid is base plus base times the height. Divide the answer by 2. So let's do the rectangle first. I need length times width. So I'm going to count my little loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I need the base. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So my length times width for my rectangle is going to give me 24. 6 times 4. Now I need to do my trapezoid. So I need 2 bases. This is going to be one of them. The opposite side is parallel. I'm going to count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even if only half of the square is shaded, you're counting the very bottom line. So the very bottom of it is fully shaded. So I'm going to count that as a full square, even though the whole square isn't shaded. The bottom, what we're counting is. So I have my two bases. Now I need a height. The height has to be a straight line from top base to bottom base. So I'll just draw one in right here. And now my height is 2. So I'm going to do base plus base. So 8 plus 4 times the height, which is 2, divided by 2. So 8 plus 4 is 12, times 2 is 24, divided by 2 is 12. So there's my area for the bottom part. So the bottom is 12, the top is 24. I add them together to get my total area. That's 36 units squared, since they don't have labels. Okay? You guys try this one. There's a couple ways to do this. One way would be to draw a line here. If you do that, then you have a rectangle and a triangle. So again, rectangle is length times width. Triangle is base times height divided by 2. Or you could have drawn a line here and had a rectangle and a trapezoid. I think that's a little bit more work, but it would give you the same exact answer. So see if you could find your length and your width, multiply them to get your rectangle, and then see if you can get your base times your height. But remember, this is base times height divided by 2 to get your triangle, and then add them together. So see if you could finish off that one. Last one here, find the area of the swimming pool. So we want to divide this into two shapes. I'm just going to draw a line right here. So now I have a rectangle and I have a triangle. So see if you could figure this one out. So the rectangle again is length times width. They're pretty much telling you 18 by 7 is going to give you your rectangle. Your triangle again is base times height divided by 2. This here, they're giving you, that's supposed to be the height, because if you move it down here, it's from the highest point straight down to the base. So there's 3 as your height. See if you can figure out your base. Opposite sides of rectangles. Hopefully that'll help you out. So find the area of a triangle, base times height divided by 2, and then add the 2 together. So see if you could try that last one.